Welcome to our channel. We are so glad you found your way here. Let us help you fall asleep. Let's begin with the quiet collapse of Swissair, the failure of the national airline of Switzerland. Take a slow, deep breath in and release it. Even the tallest towers eventually quiet down. Tonight, we gently explore the empty boardrooms and forgotten ambitions of the past. Your mind is calm, and we are ready to begin. Founded in 1931, Swissair emerged as a beacon of national pride for Switzerland. It represented the zenith of aviation achievement, connecting the nation to the broader world. With a fleet that combined reliability and efficiency, it quickly carved out a niche among international carriers, establishing a reputation for punctuality and excellent service. During its peak in the late 20th century, this airline expanded its reach to encompass numerous global destinations, fostering both tourism and business travel. The striking logo and distinct branding became synonymous with Swiss quality, reinforcing its position in the competitive aviation market. In this period, it navigated the complexities of international agreements and alliances, positioning itself as a key player in the European aviation sector. The economic boom of the 1980s provided further opportunities for growth, leading to fleet modernization and the introduction of innovative services. Signs of deterioration, however, began to surface in the following decades. Overexpansion and rising operational costs burdened its financial structure. The decline of profitability, compounded by external shocks in the global economy, marked a turning point. What once constituted a robust network began to fray, resulting in an inevitable unraveling of the airline's foundational stability. As the shadows lengthened, the legacy of Swissair transformed into a cautionary tale of ambition unfulfilled. In 1931, Swissair emerged from the ambition of a nation, born from the collaboration of several Swiss aviation companies. It sought to connect the picturesque landscapes of Switzerland with the broader world, establishing routes that intertwined the country's charm with the excitement of international travel. From its inception, the airline was characterized by a commitment to quality and safety, quickly earning a reputation that resonated throughout Europe. The early years were marked by innovation and growth. It introduced the first scheduled flight service from Zurich to Geneva, underscoring its role as a pioneer in Swiss aviation. The introduction of modern aircraft allowed for an expansion of services, connecting Swiss cities to major European hubs. Passenger numbers began to rise steadily, reflecting the increasing demand for air travel. Investments in infrastructure played a crucial role during this formative period. Airports across Switzerland were enhanced to accommodate the burgeoning fleet, ensuring that the airline could maintain its commitment to efficiency and reliability. In the late 1940s, Swissair began to spread its wings further, launching transcontinental flights that showcased the potential of air travel. These initial successes laid the groundwork for what many would come to see as a hallmark of national pride, a symbol of Swiss ingenuity and resilience in the face of a rapidly changing aviation landscape. This symbol of national pride soon became intertwined with the essence of Swiss identity. It represented not only an efficient means of transportation, but also an embodiment of precision and reliability, characteristics often attributed to the Swiss ethos. The airline's ability to connect distant continents fostered a sense of unity among the Swiss people, as well as a bridge to the world beyond their borders. With each successful flight, it accumulated stories and experiences that resonated deeply within the hearts of many. The iconic logo adorned the tails of its aircraft, manifesting a blend of tradition and modernity that captured national imagination. Communities identified with its journeys, cherishing the connections made possible by this carrier that reflected their values on an international stage. In the late 20th century, these ideals were further amplified as the company expanded its fleet and modernized its services. The promise of luxury and the commitment to customer service became hallmarks of its brand image. Nevertheless, as global competition intensified and the market dynamics shifted, the very traits that once defined it began to falter. The airline's struggles mirrored the complexities facing the nation itself, as it grappled with the pressures of globalization and the evolving landscape of aviation. Expansion in the 1960s marked a pivotal era for the airline. This period was characterized by ambitious growth strategies and a commitment to establishing a global presence. New routes emerged, connecting Switzerland to major international cities. As the demand for air travel surged, Swissair positioned itself as a prominent player in the aviation market, embracing the burgeoning opportunities with fervor. Investment in modern aircraft took precedence. The introduction of the Douglas DC-8 and later, the Boeing 727, reflected a significant shift towards modernization. This fleet expansion not only enhanced operational efficiency, but also improved passenger experience, allowing the airline to cater to a wider demographic. The integration of advanced technology and superior service standards was intended to solidify its reputation as the Flying Swiss. Strategic partnerships formed during this time further bolstered its reach. Codeshare agreements with other carriers expanded connectivity, facilitating seamless travel for passengers. These alliances highlighted a forward-thinking approach, aligning with the broader industry trends that favored collaboration over competition. Marketing initiatives flourished, showcasing Swissair's unique identity. The branding emphasized reliability, safety, and the allure of Swiss hospitality. Such efforts resonated with travelers, fostering brand loyalty and embedding the airline within the fabric of Swiss culture. A sense of pride accompanied this growth, as the airline became a symbol of national prestige and innovation. The diverse fleet showcased throughout Swissair's history consisted of pivotal aircraft models that defined its operations. Notable among them was the McDonnell Douglas DC-8, which initiated transcontinental service, connecting Switzerland with North America. This aircraft represented a shift towards modernity, enhancing operational efficiency and passenger comfort. The introduction of the Boeing 747 marked another significant milestone, as it allowed for increased capacity and longer-range flights, solidifying its role in international travel. This region saw the arrival of the Airbus A320, which modernized operations through advanced technology and fuel efficiency. It became a staple for short to medium-haul routes, reflecting a commitment to sustainability. The use of the Fokker 100 further emphasized the focus on regional connectivity, offering flexibility and reliability to travelers across Europe. As the years progressed, maintenance and operational costs began to escalate. Aging fleets required substantial investment to remain competitive. The financial strain became apparent as these aircraft models demanded extensive upkeep amid shifting market dynamics. The hub-and-spoke model, a pillar of modern airline operations, served as a crucial framework for maintaining connectivity within the fleet. This structure allowed for the efficient distribution of passengers from numerous destinations to a centralized hub. In this case, the hub was Zurich Airport, which emerged as a critical point for Swissair's operations. The airline's ability to funnel traffic through this hub created a network that promised convenience and efficiency. Challenges arose when market conditions shifted, leading to increased competition and evolving consumer preferences. The reliance on this model became a double-edged sword. While it provided a strong foundation for growth during favorable periods, it also rendered operations vulnerable to disruptions. Changes in geopolitical climates, rising fuel costs, and economic downturns began to erode the advantages once held by this regional carrier. As competitors adapted their strategies, Swissair found itself increasingly isolated. The once reliable stream of passengers traveling through Zurich diminished, impacting revenue generation. The connectivity that had once bolstered its reputation became a liability, as the mismatch between operational costs and declining demand became evident. The intricate network that had supported the airline began to unravel, leading to a cascading series of operational challenges. In this landscape, the hub-and-spoke model was no longer the beacon of efficiency it once appeared to be, but rather a constricting force in an evolving industry. Swissair's service philosophy was intricately woven into its brand identity, celebrated for its commitment to quality and reliability. This airline prided itself on offering an unparalleled level of service, meticulously designed to cater to the needs of discerning travelers. It established itself as a symbol of Swiss precision, reflecting the nation's values of punctuality and professionalism. The extensive network, while increasingly impractical, was intended to connect distant destinations with seamless efficiency, reinforcing a reputation for connectivity. Branding efforts emphasized an image of sophistication, portraying the airline as a gateway to the rich cultural heritage of Switzerland. This was evident in its marketing strategies, which often showcased the stunning landscapes and refined lifestyle associated with the country. The cabin experience included gourmet meals and attentive service, with staff trained to uphold the ethos of Swiss hospitality. As the airline faced mounting financial pressures, maintaining this high standard became increasingly difficult. Operational costs continued to rise, yet the commitment to a premium service remained. The disconnect between aspirations and capabilities began to emerge, impacting customer perceptions. These elements, once the cornerstone of its identity, began to fray. The struggle to uphold such a lofty service philosophy in the face of economic reality contributed to the broader decline. The impact of globalization on operations became increasingly pronounced as foreign competitors emerged. They disrupted established market dynamics, introducing aggressive pricing strategies and innovative service models that began to attract Swissair's loyal customer base. The airline's efforts to maintain its premium status became strained under the weight of these new pressures. The rise of low-cost carriers transformed travel accessibility, creating an environment where affordability often outweighed the allure of luxury. This shift led to a gradual erosion of market share, as travelers gravitated towards more economical options. The airline's attempts to adapt lacked the necessary agility, resulting in a mismatch between offerings and evolving consumer expectations. Partnerships with international carriers were formed in a bid to enhance competitive positioning. These alliances, while initially promising, often resulted in complex logistical challenges. Coordination difficulties and inconsistent service quality further alienated passengers who sought a seamless travel experience. As operational costs climbed, the once stable foundation began to crack. Strategic decisions, influenced by a need to respond to external pressures, often failed to align with the core values that had defined the airline for decades. This misalignment contributed to a growing sense of disillusionment among employees and stakeholders alike. The airline's identity became increasingly obscured within the expanding global marketplace. Innovative marketing strategies emerged during the 1980s, capturing a moment when Swissair sought to establish a distinct presence amid intensified competition. They introduced campaigns emphasizing not only the reliability of their service, but also the unmatched elegance of Swiss culture. This approach, underscored by striking visual imagery and sophisticated typography, aimed to align the airline with notions of luxury and precision. A significant initiative involved the introduction of the Flying Swiss concept. This branding effort highlighted the airline's commitment to quality and Swiss hospitality. It portrayed the experience of flying with Swissair as not merely a mode of transportation, but rather an immersion into a refined lifestyle. The careful selection of high-quality food and beverages on board, featuring Swiss wines and gourmet meals, reinforced this narrative. The airline also engaged in strategic partnerships with luxury brands, enhancing its appeal to affluent travelers. Collaborations with upscale hotels and premium car services aimed to create seamless travel experiences. Advertisements positioned Swissair as the gateway to Europe, suggesting that travelers could expect not only a flight, but an entire journey of sophistication and comfort. Despite these innovative strategies, underlying challenges began to surface, revealing the fragile nature of this carefully constructed identity in a rapidly changing industry. The allure of the brand would, over time, struggle to maintain its footing amidst growing economic pressures and operational difficulties. Economic pressures in the aviation industry during the 1990s were defined by fluctuating fuel prices, intensifying competition, and shifts in consumer behavior. Major carriers faced a landscape marked by deregulation, which led to increased competition from low-cost airlines. Established entities like this fading company found themselves challenged to adapt to a rapidly evolving marketplace. Operational difficulties compounded these issues, manifesting in aging fleets and the rising costs associated with maintenance and service. The burden of labor relations also weighed heavily, with unions often demanding higher wages in response to the increasing cost of living. While some airlines embraced new technologies and streamlined operations, others, including this national carrier, struggled to keep pace, leading to inefficiencies and financial strain. Consumer preferences shifted as travelers began to prioritize price over service quality, prompting greater demand for budget options. This transition disrupted traditional business models, leaving many legacy carriers vulnerable. Swissair, once a symbol of reliability and premium service, faced the challenge of rebranding itself to attract a cost-conscious clientele while attempting to preserve its esteemed heritage. The culmination of these factors created an environment in which this airline, facing mounting losses and dwindling market share, found itself at a critical juncture. The delicate balance between maintaining excellence and adapting to the new economic reality proved insurmountable. The Gulf War initiated a significant shift in global airline travel dynamics. This conflict led to heightened tensions in the Middle East, resulting in a sharp decline in demand for air travel. Uncertainty permeated the atmosphere, prompting travelers to reconsider their plans, while airlines reeled from the financial repercussions. This environment weighed heavily on Swissair, a company that had long prided itself on its stellar reputation and premium service offerings. The airline found itself grappling with reduced passenger numbers, a stark contrast to the bustling airports of previous years. Service routes that once thrived became less viable, leading to a reevaluation of operational strategies. The financial strain began to materialize, forcing management to make difficult decisions regarding capacity and staffing. In addition to passenger numbers, fuel prices surged, further complicating the situation. The rising costs of oil impacted operational budgets, prompting Swissair to confront escalating expenses amidst dwindling revenues. This turbulence exposed underlying vulnerabilities within the company's financial structure. Existing debts loomed larger, and the once robust model faltered under the weight of external pressures. Strategic missteps became evident as the airline struggled to pivot in response to these events. The combination of geopolitical unrest and economic strain signaled a turning point, laying bare the fragility of the once thriving airline. The emergence of low-cost competitors began to alter the landscape of air travel significantly. This new breed of airline capitalized on the growing demand for affordable flights, challenging established carriers. They adopted streamlined operations, reduced frills, and focused on cost efficiency, allowing them to offer fares that were often substantially lower than those of legacy airlines. In this evolving market, the fading company struggled to adapt. It clung to its traditional model, which included a full-service approach and a commitment to premium offerings. As other airlines flourished, it faced increasing pressure to rethink its strategies. The allure of low prices attracted a new demographic of travelers, leading to a shift in consumer expectations. In this region, air travel increasingly became accessible to a broader audience, fundamentally changing the dynamics of competition. While this transformation presented opportunities, it also underscored the vulnerability of established players. The growing presence of these budget airlines prompted a reevaluation of service standards, route structures, and pricing strategies. Economic realities forced the fading company to confront its unsustainable business practices. Attempts to innovate and restructure were often met with resistance. The gap between the evolving demands of the marketplace and the airline's rigid operational framework widened, leading to a quiet unraveling of its once dominant position. Deregulation in Europe presented formidable challenges, yet it also offered opportunities that required a swift and strategic response. The airline, once a symbol of Swiss precision and reliability, struggled to adapt to the rapidly changing landscape. Decisions made during this period reflected a disconnection from market realities, as it continued to prioritize its traditional model of premium service over emerging low-cost carriers. In a bid to retain its competitive edge, operations were reshaped, introducing new routes and partnerships. Investments were made in fleet modernization, yet these initiatives came at a considerable cost. The expectation was that expansion would rekindle profitability, yet the anticipated demand did not materialize. Revenue projections faltered, revealing the misalignment between strategy and market behavior. This region of the aviation industry witnessed an influx of nimble competitors, often attracting price-sensitive travelers with innovative business models. The fading company found itself unable to match these disruptive forces while maintaining its legacy of excellence. financial pressures escalated as operational inefficiencies became increasingly evident, leading to a series of restructuring efforts, each attempt while earnest. The culmination of these missteps is a poignant reminder of the challenges faced when legacy systems confront evolving consumer expectations, illustrating the delicate balance between tradition and innovation. The formation of the Qualifier Alliance marked a significant moment in the airline's strategy, positioning itself alongside other European carriers in a bid for competitive relevance. Established in 1997, this partnership sought to expand the reach of its member airlines while enhancing customer loyalty through a unified frequent flyer program. The alliance included prominent players such as Sabena, Austrian Airlines, and Finnair, creating a network that promised seamless travel across Europe and beyond. In an effort to streamline operations, it embraced the concept of shared resources and mutual benefits, aiming to present a united front in a market that was becoming increasingly saturated. This collaboration was characterized by shared marketing initiatives and coordinated schedules, fostering an environment where passengers could navigate through multiple airlines with relative ease. Despite these well-intentioned endeavors, the alliance struggled to achieve the anticipated synergies. Internal conflicts and differing corporate cultures often undermined its potential, revealing the inherent difficulties of merging distinct operational philosophies. The challenges of maintaining a cohesive identity among diverse partners. The strategic shift towards becoming a premium carrier marked a pivotal moment for the fading company. This initiative aimed to elevate service standards, targeting affluent travelers who sought luxury and exclusivity. Investments in high-end cabin designs and gourmet dining options were introduced, creating an atmosphere of sophistication and comfort. The focus on premium services was intended to differentiate it in a competitive market, catering to discerning clientele. Operational changes followed, with an emphasis on refined passenger experiences. New training programs for staff were implemented, ensuring that service personnel embodied the essence of luxury. The airline marketed itself as a symbol of Swiss quality, emphasizing punctuality, safety, and attention to detail. In promotional campaigns, it showcased the picturesque landscapes of Switzerland, evoking feelings of tranquility and prestige. Despite these efforts, underlying issues persisted. The transition did not resonate with all potential customers, leading to a disconnect between the brand's aspirations and market realities. Financial pressures mounted as operational costs increased, exacerbated by external economic factors. The ambitious goal of attracting a wealthy clientele was met with challenges in execution, resulting in mixed reviews from passengers. As the airline attempted to navigate this transformation, the complexities of its operational framework became increasingly evident, signaling deeper struggles within the organization. The premium positioning, while aspirational, highlighted the fragile state of the company. The economic impact of the 1997 Asian financial crisis reverberated throughout various sectors, including aviation. The turbulence in global markets intensified the existing vulnerabilities of the fading company. Decreased consumer confidence resulted in a notable decline in travel demand, particularly among premium segments, which had been crucial for sustaining profitability. In a region where international travel was once thriving, airlines faced a rapid decline in passenger numbers. This downturn prompted a reevaluation of operational strategies as revenues plummeted. Operating costs, which remained fixed, became a significant burden, exacerbating the precarious financial situation. The ripple effects extended beyond immediate fiscal losses. They influenced perceptions of stability and reliability. With reduced demand came a reassessment of routes and services. The once coveted routes to Asia, integral for connecting Swissair's network with lucrative markets, were suddenly under scrutiny. This led to a series of cancellations and reductions, further diminishing the airline's market presence. The cascading effects of the crisis illustrated the interconnected nature of global economics. Amid these challenges, restructuring efforts emerged, although they often lacked the urgency required for survival. The effort to maintain a premium brand image became increasingly strained, leading to a dissonance between aspiration and reality. As the crisis unfolded, it became evident that the path toward recovery would be fraught with obstacles. Financial management practices at Swissair began to unravel in the face of mounting challenges. Decision-makers implemented a strategy heavily reliant on expansion, believing that growth would solidify their position in the competitive airline industry. However, as the global landscape shifted, this approach proved detrimental. It led to overextension, with significant investments in new routes and acquisitions that. The reliance on a hub-and-spoke model created inefficiencies. While it aimed to optimize operations, the complexity increased costs without delivering the anticipated returns. Management's failure to adapt to fluctuating market conditions further compounded these issues. Increasing fuel prices and a downturn in demand exposed vulnerabilities within the financial framework, leading to unsustainable losses. In a bid to stabilize the situation, Swissair sought financial support through various means. Loans and partnerships were pursued, but investor confidence waned as the reality of operational inefficiencies became apparent. Cost-cutting measures, though necessary, were implemented too late to reverse the trend. The once esteemed airline found itself burdened by debt, unable to secure a viable path forward. It played a crucial role in supporting the Swiss economy, serving as a bridge connecting this region to the global marketplace. Contributing significantly to tourism, it facilitated the influx of international travelers, drawn by Switzerland's picturesque landscapes and cultural heritage. The airline's extensive route network allowed for seamless travel to and from major cities, enhancing business opportunities and trade partnerships. Local industries flourished as Swissair fostered connections with key markets, bolstering sectors such as finance, pharmaceuticals, and technology. Employment surged, with thousands relying on the company for their livelihoods. Beyond its immediate impacts, Swissair's presence cultivated a sense of national pride, embodying the spirit of Swiss innovation and reliability. As financial instability took hold, the ripple effects became evident. The thriving tourism sector began to falter, resulting in decreased visitor numbers. Local businesses, which had flourished under its support, faced unforeseen challenges, leading to layoffs and closures. The airline's decline disrupted established economic relationships, straining connections that had been nurtured over decades. Efforts to stabilize the situation were met with resistance, as interventions often failed to address the underlying issues. Observers noted the loss of trust from consumers and partners alike, further complicating the effort to recover from the deepening crisis. The legacy of Swissair, once synonymous with excellence, began to fade into the background. The expansion into Asia marked a pivotal moment for the fading company. In the early 1990s, Swissair aimed to capitalize on the burgeoning demand for international travel within the region. Strategic partnerships were forged with various airlines, creating a web of connections that linked Zurich to numerous Asian cities. These alliances promised growth and positioned the airline as a global player. Investment in modern aircraft facilitated this ambitious expansion, enhancing the fleet's efficiency and appeal. Routes to major hubs, such as Hong Kong and Tokyo, were established, reflecting a calculated response to emerging markets. This region offered a wealth of opportunities, and Swissair sought to seize them, confident in its ability to deliver unparalleled service to new clientele. Despite initial successes, underlying issues began to surface. The costs associated with this rapid growth strained resources. Operational challenges, including scheduling conflicts and logistical complexities, emerged as significant hurdles. The airline's ambitious plans were met with difficulties that undermined its reputation for reliability. As the 90s progressed, competition intensified, and the once promising expansion started to reveal cracks in its foundation. The allure of new markets began to blur, overshadowed by the rising operational constraints. The grand vision of an interconnected airline network began to echo with uncertainties, signaling the onset of a gradual decline. Competing in a challenging landscape, the fading company introduced customer loyalty programs, heralded as a means to retain its dwindling passenger base. These initiatives aimed to cultivate a deeper connection with travelers, offering miles, points, and exclusive benefits in a bid to secure repeat business. Initially, such programs garnered attention, attracting loyal patrons eager for rewards. An intricate web of partnerships emerged, linking the airline with hotels and car rental agencies. Passengers were encouraged to view their journeys not merely as travel, but as an accumulation of experiences that could yield tangible returns. This approach sought to transform casual flyers into devoted customers, weaving them into the fabric of the airline's operational strategy. Despite these efforts, the allure of loyalty began to fade. Frequent flyers, once an airline's cornerstone, grew disillusioned as the benefits diminished in the face of escalating operational costs. The market shifted, with competitors introducing more appealing loyalty schemes, often offering simpler structures and greater incentives. It became increasingly apparent that the fading company struggled to adapt to this new reality. The disintegration of brand loyalty reflected a broader malaise, challenging the efficacy of long-standing strategies. As the once coveted programs faltered, the disconnection between the airline and its passengers deepened, further exacerbating the decline. The volatility of aviation fuel prices played a significant role in the deterioration of this airline. Fluctuations in the global oil market created an unstable financial environment, straining operational budgets and affecting profitability. Costs soared unpredictably, leading to increased ticket prices that alienated a growing number of travelers. This reaction was not merely a financial adjustment. It reflected a broader instability that permeated the company. In regions where competition was fierce, passengers were particularly sensitive to price changes. With each rise in fuel costs, the airline's ability to maintain its market share diminished. Service cuts and route cancellations followed, creating a feedback loop that further diminished customer loyalty. Operational efficiency, once a hallmark of the airline, became overshadowed by relentless cost-cutting measures. Investment in fleet modernization and customer service initiatives languished. The once promising expansion strategies fell by the wayside, replaced by an urgent need to simply survive. Amid these pressures, the airline faced a growing perception of unreliability. Frequent flyers, once loyal, turned to alternative carriers that promised greater stability amidst economic uncertainty. This shift left many seats empty, a visual representation of the airline's fading presence in the sky, marking a somber transition from national pride to a cautionary tale of business mismanagement. Initial warning signs began to surface in the late 1990s as operational challenges became increasingly evident. Financial losses mounted while the airline struggled to adapt to a rapidly changing aviation landscape. Competitors evolved, introducing more agile business models that resonated with an emerging generation of travelers, while it clung to outdated practices rooted in tradition. Customer dissatisfaction grew quietly but steadily. The service, once regarded as exemplary, became inconsistent, creating a disconnect between expectations and reality. Frequent delays and cancellations began to tarnish its once stalwart reputation. Flights that once brimmed with travelers now showcased sparsely filled cabins, illuminating the struggle to maintain relevance in the fiercely competitive market. The airline's strategy faltered as it attempted to navigate the complexities of cost management and route optimization. Investments in new technologies and fleet upgrades lagged, resulting in an aging fleet that no longer met the demands of efficiency and comfort. Additionally, the reliance on a hub-and-spoke model, designed for a different era, failed to align with shifting consumer preferences. Leadership vacillated amid these challenges, with a series of executives attempting to steer the struggling airline back onto course. Each decision created ripples of uncertainty, further destabilizing an organization grappling with its identity. This period marked the beginning of a gradual unraveling, setting the stage for the impending crisis that would. The merger with Sabna in 1999 exemplified a series of strategic missteps that would further complicate Swissair's already precarious situation. This union, initially conceived as a means to bolster competitiveness and expand market reach, quickly revealed itself to be fraught with challenges. The complexities of integrating two distinct corporate cultures proved to be a significant hurdle. Divergent operational practices and management philosophies led to a disjointed approach that alienated both employees and customers. Financial burdens soon began to mount as the anticipated synergies failed to materialize. Sabna's pre-existing financial difficulties weighed heavily on the merger, creating a strain on Swissair's resources. Cost-cutting measures were implemented, yet they often lacked coherence, resulting in a deterioration of service quality. Customer dissatisfaction began to emerge, reflecting the disarray within the organization. Operational inefficiencies became increasingly evident, with delays and cancellations affecting flight schedules. Stakeholders grew concerned, leading to a decline in investor confidence. The strategic vision that had once guided Swissair now appeared fragmented, overshadowed by the chaos of integration. As the airline struggled to manage its newfound complexities, the seeds of a larger crisis began to take root. The ramifications of this ill-fated merger would resonate throughout the organization, signaling a pivotal moment in Swissair's decline. The emergence of internet travel agencies marked a significant shift in the landscape of air travel. This transition brought forth an era of accessibility and convenience that traditional carriers struggled to embrace. With the proliferation of digital platforms, customers gained the ability to compare prices effortlessly, book flights without intermediaries, and access a wealth of information at their fingertips. These developments led to an increase in competition as new players entered the market with flexible pricing models and user-friendly interfaces. Traditional airlines, including Swissair, found themselves at a disadvantage, unable to adapt swiftly to this technological revolution. The allure of convenience drew travelers away from established brands, eroding customer loyalty that had taken years to cultivate. This shift disrupted the travel ecosystem, leading to a reevaluation of pricing strategies and service offerings. The once dominant name in Swiss aviation struggled to maintain its market share amidst the rising tide of online bookings. It became increasingly clear that the new generation of travelers favored the autonomy provided by digital solutions, leaving traditional carriers grappling with outdated business models. In this evolving environment, it became apparent that a failure to innovate and embrace the digital age would have profound consequences. The landscape had irrevocably changed, and the declining airline faced challenges that would. The challenges would reveal a series of strategic errors that compounded the difficulties faced by the airline. In the early 2000 years, a pivotal decision emerged: the expansion into new markets without the foundational infrastructure to support such efforts. This choice led to an overextension, stretching resources thin while simultaneously diluting the brand's core identity. The allure of profit in emerging regions obscured the inherent risks, leaving the fading company susceptible to volatile market fluctuations. Operational inefficiencies became evident, characterized by outdated fleet management practices and a lack of investment in technology. As competitors embraced innovation, it struggled to adapt. The reliance on a hub-and-spoke model, once advantageous, began to hinder agility and responsiveness to evolving consumer preferences. This region witnessed an increase in low-cost carriers that thrived on simplicity and efficiency, further siphoning away potential customers. Financial mismanagement exacerbated the decline. Significant debt accumulation, coupled with declining passenger numbers, resulted in mounting pressure. The leadership failed to address these issues decisively, lacking a coherent vision for recovery. Stakeholders observed the erosion of trust as promises of revitalization went unfulfilled. Amidst these ruins, the once revered airline faced a stark reality: the inability to navigate the shifting landscape. The impact of September 11th on the global airline industry was immediate and profound. It ushered in an era of heightened security measures, resulting in a significant loss of passenger confidence. This atmosphere of apprehension permeated the air travel sector, compelling individuals to reconsider their travel plans. The cascading effect reverberated through the ranks of airlines, leading to dwindling revenues and increased operational costs. In this climate, the already fragile Swissair found itself grappling with mounting financial pressures. The loss of business travelers, who constituted a substantial portion of its customer base, exacerbated existing vulnerabilities. The once steady stream of international flights dwindled, stranding countless passengers and disrupting established logistical networks. Strategies to adapt to this new environment proved insufficient, as the airline struggled to maintain profitability amidst the escalating costs of compliance and security. Competitors, while also affected, implemented aggressive restructuring plans to navigate the turbulence. They capitalized on Swissair's faltering position, offering alternative routes and competitive pricing. the erosion of market share further diminished prospects for recovery. This period marked a significant turning point where the legacy carrier, once a symbol of national pride, faced an uncertain future. The combination of external forces and internal mismanagement painted a bleak picture for the fading company. In the aftermath of the events of September 11, 2001, an atmosphere of uncertainty enveloped the aviation industry. This region, once characterized by growth and ambition, faced a seismic shift as security concerns heightened and passenger confidence waned. Swissair, long regarded as a symbol of national pride, found itself grappling with an increasingly hostile environment. The airline's initial response involved a reevaluation of its strategic direction. Efforts were made to bolster security protocols and enhance customer service, yet these measures proved insufficient to counter the pervasive decline in air travel demand. Operational restructuring became imperative. Routes were scrutinized, and unprofitable services were abandoned. This led to a stark reduction in offerings, which alienated a base of loyal customers. Financial losses mounted as revenues dwindled, and the airline sought assistance through government bailouts. Political tensions complicated these efforts, as stakeholders weighed the implications of supporting a failing national carrier. Despite attempts to forge partnerships and alliances, it became evident that competition had intensified. Legacy carriers adapted to the new landscape, while Swissair struggled under the burden of its legacy and outdated business model. The situation only exacerbated existing vulnerabilities, leading to greater instability. Within a few short years, what was once an emblem of Swiss aviation began to fade into obscurity, marking a somber chapter in the history of national airlines. A series of missteps in corporate governance played a significant role in the decline of Swissair. Board members, once steeped in the traditions of the airline industry, began to lose sight of emerging market trends and the need for adaptability. Lacking a cohesive strategy, decisions became increasingly fragmented. This fragmentation resulted in a failure to respond effectively to the competitive pressures emerging from low-cost carriers and shifting consumer preferences. Financial oversight diminished as leaders pursued expansion plans without adequately assessing risk. Investments in subsidiaries and alliances were pursued with little regard for their long-term viability. The once proud carrier became burdened by a sprawling network that stretched resources thin. This region, known for its precision and reliability, witnessed an unsettling departure from these ideals as financial losses mounted and operational inefficiencies grew. The culture of accountability weakened, fostering an environment where poor decisions went unchecked. Executive compensation packages remained lavish, even as operational deficits deepened. This disconnect between leadership and performance further alienated stakeholders, resulting in dwindling investor confidence. Amid mounting debts and a tarnished reputation, the airline's ability to navigate crises faltered. The once revered Swissair, emblematic of national pride, found itself ensnared in a web of mismanagement and strategic disarray. The financial crisis of 2001 marked a pivotal moment in its decline, revealing the vulnerabilities that lay beneath the surface. Overextension had led to unsustainable debts, exacerbated by the global economic downturn following the events of September 11th. This airline, once a beacon of reliability and excellence, struggled to maintain its operations amidst plummeting passenger numbers and rising operational costs. A series of ill-fated investments further weakened its financial standing, with ventures into unprofitable markets draining resources that could have been allocated to core operations. The decision to expand its fleet without sufficient market analysis contributed significantly to the mounting financial pressures. In this tumultuous climate, the airline's reputation, built over decades, began to deteriorate. Frequent delays and cancellations became commonplace, eroding customer confidence. Loyalty programs that once attracted a dedicated clientele turned ineffective as passengers sought alternatives. The consequences of this mismanagement rippled through the economy. Thousands of employees faced uncertainty as layoffs became inevitable, and the local economies that relied on the airline's presence began to feel the strain. Stakeholders witnessed a rapid decline in share value, a stark contrast to the once stable investment it represented. As the situation worsened, the airline's fate hung in the balance, a reflection of the broader challenges facing the aviation industry during that period. The decline began in the late 1990s, following a series of missteps and market shifts. In 1992, Swissair embarked on an ambitious growth strategy, acquiring stakes in various airlines, including Sabna and Air India. This aggressive expansion proved unsustainable. By 1998, mounting debts and operational inefficiencies became evident. The once revered carrier struggled to maintain profitability, even as it attempted to rebrand itself as a premium service provider. In 1999, a significant downturn in passenger numbers raised alarms, prompting management to initiate drastic cost-cutting measures. Despite these efforts, they could not stem the losses. The year 2000 witnessed the culmination of financial troubles as the company reported its first loss in decades. This prompted an urgent need for restructuring. By October 2001, the situation reached a critical point. After the September 11th attacks, air travel plummeted, exacerbating existing vulnerabilities. The airline declared bankruptcy, marking an end to over 70 years of operation. In the aftermath, liquidation proceedings began, and assets were sold off. Former employees and loyal customers mourned the loss of a national icon, while industry analysts scrutinized the decisions that led to this downfall. This case remains a study in economic fragility and the complexities of corporate governance. Public reaction to the bankruptcy announcement was marked by a mixture of disbelief and sorrow. Citizens, once proud of their national airline, expressed feelings of betrayal. The airline had long been a symbol of Swiss excellence and reliability, deeply intertwined with the national identity. It had served as a vital link connecting Switzerland to the rest of the world, fostering economic growth and tourism. When the news broke, it reverberated across the nation, igniting conversations in homes, cafes, and workplaces. Television screens displayed images of grounded aircraft, an eerie silence enveloping the typically bustling airports. Employees faced an uncertain future, their livelihoods abruptly impacted. Families gathered to watch the unfolding news, often recalling fond memories of travel and connections made through the airline. This sentiment of loss was palpable, as many considered it more than just a business. It was a part of their heritage. Local businesses felt the repercussions, as the decline of the airline threatened their customer base. Travel agencies, hotels, and restaurants experienced an immediate downturn in bookings, further reflecting the interconnectedness of the airline's fate with the broader economy. Questions regarding accountability emerged, with the public seeking answers from government officials and the corporate board. Frustration grew over perceived mismanagement, accentuating a sense of vulnerability within this once stalwart institution. Leadership played a pivotal role in the decline of Swissair, as decisions made at the top reverberated throughout the organization. A series of strategic miscalculations began to erode the foundation of this revered airline. The initial foray into aggressive expansion, including ambitious acquisitions, diverted attention from core operations. Resources became strained, and the focus shifted away from maintaining the high-quality service that passengers had come to expect. As financial pressures mounted, communication faltered. Executives failed to convey a coherent vision, leaving employees uncertain about their roles in the larger framework of the company. This lack of direction led to a disjointed corporate culture, where morale diminished in the face of ongoing turmoil. Discontent among staff became palpable as they navigated the shifting priorities imposed by a leadership increasingly disconnected from the daily realities of their operations. The inability to adapt to a rapidly changing aviation landscape further compounded these issues. Competitors capitalized on Swissair's hesitance to innovate, offering more flexible services and pricing structures that appealed to a broader market. In this environment, the once cherished reputation of Swissair began to tarnish, as both customers and industry analysts expressed growing skepticism about its future viability. The culmination of these factors ushered in an era of uncertainty, marking the beginning of a gradual decline that would. The aftermath reverberated through the ranks of employees and stakeholders. Thousands faced an uncertain future as the once proud airline succumbed to its financial woes. Long-standing employees, many with decades of service, navigated a landscape of layoffs and restructuring. The loss of job security instilled a sense of anxiety, as camaraderie forged over years began to fray under the stress of impending change. Stakeholders found themselves grappling with losses that extended beyond mere investments. Shareholders watched the value of their holdings plummet, leading to disillusionment and distrust. The corporate culture, once characterized by a shared vision and dedication to excellence, transformed into a breeding ground for uncertainty. Boardrooms filled with hushed conversations, decisions now tainted by the weight of dwindling resources. This region, once bustling with the energy of innovation and collaboration, transitioned into a ghost of its former self. Suppliers, too, faced the consequences as contracts dissolved and business partnerships dwindled. The ripple effect touched local economies, where dependent businesses experienced declines in revenue, further compounding the impact of the airline's downfall. Community sentiment shifted as the national pride associated with the airline faded. The emotional ties that once bound the population to their national carrier disintegrated, leaving behind a lingering void. Trust, once a hallmark of the company, was irrevocably fractured as the consequences of its decline echoed throughout the fabric of society. The Swiss government's response to the bankruptcy marked a pivotal moment in the nation's economic landscape. Facing an unprecedented crisis, officials convened to assess the implications for both the airline industry and the broader economy. This intervention was characterized by a blend of urgency and deliberation. A strategic plan was formulated, aimed at preventing further destabilization of the national infrastructure. The ripple effects of Swissair's failure left many dependent on its operations, creating a burden on various sectors. Fiscal measures were swiftly proposed, including potential bailouts and the reassessment of regulatory frameworks. Discussions centered on whether to allow a foreign entity to assume control or to foster a domestic solution, highlighting a struggle between national pride and economic pragmatism. As the government sought to navigate these complexities, it faced criticism from both proponents of intervention and advocates of a free market. Public sentiment reflected a mixture of disappointment and resignation. Trust in the government's ability to manage the crisis was tested. The once esteemed name of Swissair became synonymous with economic mismanagement. In the aftermath, the government engaged in a comprehensive analysis of the airline's operational failures, seeking lessons to fortify the remaining aviation framework. The once vibrant hub of air travel now lay shadowed by uncertainty, a somber reminder of the fragility inherent in the business landscape. Cultural ties once strengthened by Swissair's presence began to fray, as the airline had been more than just a carrier of passengers. It symbolized national pride, connecting the diverse regions of Switzerland with the world. The infusion of international travelers into local economies facilitated the exchange of ideas, traditions, and commerce. A collective memory of shared experiences and cherished journeys now faded, replaced by a lingering sense of loss. Economic repercussions rippled through the fabric of Swiss society. Local businesses that thrived on the influx of tourists felt the immediate effects, leading to closures and layoffs. The decline of this former airline served as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of industry and community. Employment opportunities diminished, and many skilled workers faced an uncertain future. Infrastructure once bustling with life now stood underutilized, reflecting a broader malaise in the aviation sector. This region, often admired for its efficiency and innovation, confronted a reality where the absence of a national airline had implications that extended far beyond travel. The void left by Swissair's departure was palpable, a silent testament to the challenges faced in a globalized economy. While memories of its glory linger, the transformation of the landscape continues, marking a shift in how communities engage with the world. A new chapter commenced when Swiss International Airlines, commonly referred to as Swiss, emerged from the remnants of Swissair's decline. Formed in the early 21st century, this airline was an attempt to restore a sense of national pride and connectivity after the turbulent collapse of its predecessor. With a renewed vision, it sought to redefine air travel for both local passengers and international travelers. Strategically, the new organization adopted a more focused operational model, concentrating on profitable routes that connected Switzerland to key global hubs. This approach underscored a commitment to efficiency, a crucial aspect in an evolving market that demanded agility and responsiveness. It integrated modern technology and customer service enhancements, striving to create a favorable impression in the competitive aviation landscape. Despite the fresh identity, challenges remain persistent. While initial optimism surrounded its launch, the airline grappled with the lingering perceptions tied to its predecessor. It faced scrutiny over operational performance and financial stability, which echoed the past struggles of Swissair. The regional significance of the company became evident as it navigated the complexities of international competition and shifting travel patterns. This entity, while distinct in its operations, bore the weight of history, forever marked by the legacy of an earlier era that had once soared high above the clouds. The evolution of this airline reflects a broader narrative of resilience amid adversity. The challenges faced by this airline following the bankruptcy of its predecessor were considerable. It inherited a legacy marked by financial instability and a tarnished reputation, which required meticulous rebuilding. Reestablishing trust within the market became essential. Customers, wary of prior failures, gravitated toward competitors that demonstrated reliability and stability. Operational restructuring was paramount. The airline's fleet underwent significant changes to realign with market demands. Older aircraft were phased out, making way for more efficient models that promised lower fuel consumption and enhanced passenger comfort. This shift necessitated substantial investment, as acquiring modern equipment and training staff in new operational protocols proved costly. Financial burdens grew heavier amidst external pressures. The fluctuating global economy influenced travel patterns, while rising fuel prices further strained budgets. Efforts to expand routes and improve services were often stymied by these economic realities. Attempts to forge strategic partnerships with other airlines aimed to bolster connectivity and enhance customer offerings. However, navigating the complexities of alliances required delicate negotiations and the balancing of interests. Despite these efforts, achieving profitability remained elusive as operational costs continued to mount. The shadows of its predecessor loomed large, presenting ongoing hurdles. This airline's journey toward redemption remained fraught with obstacles, underscoring the intricacies of recovery within a challenging industry landscape. A pivotal player in international aviation, this airline once represented a beacon of Swiss efficiency and reliability. Established in 1931, it pioneered transcontinental air travel, connecting Europe with destinations across the globe. The combination of advanced engineering and impeccable service established a standard that many sought to emulate. It contributed significantly to the global expansion of air transport, facilitating trade and tourism with an unwavering commitment to punctuality. During the latter half of the 20th century, this airline expanded its fleet, introducing technologically advanced aircraft that set new benchmarks for safety and comfort. These advancements resonated throughout the aviation sector, influencing competitors and shaping industry practices. Its strategic alliances with other carriers further solidified its presence in the international market, allowing for seamless connectivity between nations. This region became synonymous with high standards in aviation, drawing travelers who valued reliability and quality. The airline's extensive route network reflected the growing demand for air travel, particularly in the burgeoning post-war economy. It became an integral part of the Swiss identity, embodying the nation's emphasis on precision and excellence. As global dynamics shifted, the challenges intensified. The evolution of low-cost carriers and changing consumer preferences began to strain this once mighty institution, marking the beginning of an inevitable decline. The foundation of Swissair's business model rested on a premium service offering, coupled with a reputation for reliability and efficiency. This approach attracted a loyal customer base willing to pay higher fares for a superior experience. Investments in a modern fleet and strategic partnerships with global airlines created an extensive network, allowing it to thrive in a competitive market. Over time, these elements became a double-edged sword. The commitment to luxury and high-quality service resulted in substantial operational costs. While it initially catered to affluent travelers, the emergence of budget airlines shifted the landscape. consumers began to favor lower fares over additional amenities, diminishing the allure of Swissair's offerings. Market dynamics further complicated the scenario. The airline struggled to adapt to the rapid changes in consumer behavior, failing to introduce competitive pricing strategies. The inability to diversify its services and capture the growing demand for economical travel led to dwindling market share. Financial instability soon followed. The reliance on an outdated business model, coupled with external pressures, manifested in mounting losses. Attempts to restructure were hampered by internal challenges and external skepticism. This once esteemed airline found itself ensnared in its legacy, leading to an eventual collapse that resonated deeply within the aviation industry. The echoes of its decline serve as a cautionary tale of adaptability amidst evolving consumer landscapes. The environmental impact of operations reflected a growing concern during its final years. Emissions from aging fleets increased, contributing to the deterioration of air quality in key regions. The reliance on older aircraft models meant that fuel efficiency was suboptimal, leading to a larger carbon footprint than many competitors. This inefficiency stood in stark contrast to the emerging environmental standards that other airlines began to embrace. Operational choices further compounded the issue. Routes often prioritized profit over sustainability, resulting in longer flight paths that consumed more fuel. This disregard for environmental considerations alienated a segment of environmentally conscious travelers, who increasingly sought out airlines committed to reducing their ecological impact. It became evident that neglecting these factors not only affected public perception, but also threatened long-term viability. Regulatory pressures mounted as governments worldwide began to implement stricter emissions regulations. The inability to modernize fleets quickly left it vulnerable to penalties and increased operational costs. Initiatives aimed at reducing waste and enhancing sustainability were often sidelined in favor of immediate financial concerns. This short-sightedness became apparent when examining the operational strategies of other national airlines. Unlike Swissair, many competitors adopted more flexible business models, allowing them to adapt to market shifts with greater ease. These airlines embraced alliances and partnerships that expanded their reach and provided a buffer against economic downturns. In contrast, the fading company remained rigid, clinging to its traditional approach, which increasingly became a liability. Financial mismanagement intensified the disparity between Swissair and its counterparts. While rivals invested in modern fleets and innovative technologies, Swissair struggled to maintain an aging inventory. This lag in modernization not only hampered efficiency, but also diminished the customer experience as travelers began to seek alternatives. A focus on cost-cutting measures further alienated loyal patrons, creating a cycle of decline as service quality eroded. Market positioning played a crucial role as well. Competitors leveraged aggressive marketing strategies, enhancing brand visibility and customer loyalty. The fading company, in its isolation, neglected to engage meaningfully with potential passengers, missing opportunities to cultivate new relationships. This lack of outreach contributed to a dwindling customer base, further exacerbating financial woes. The decline of the national airline reverberated throughout the Swiss tourism industry, leaving a notable void in its wake. As Swissair's routes diminished and flight schedules became less reliable, the once bustling influx of international travelers began to dwindle. Tour operators faced significant challenges, grappling with reduced accessibility to this picturesque region. Hotels and resorts, accustomed to steady patronage, experienced a shift in occupancy rates as potential visitors reconsidered their travel plans. Local attractions, reliant on the flow of tourists, found themselves struggling to adapt. Iconic destinations, which thrived on the vibrancy brought by foreign visitors, observed a stark decrease in foot traffic. Many operators, unable to sustain their businesses amid the downturn, closed their doors permanently, leaving behind empty storefronts and unfulfilled promises of hospitality. The ripple effects were profound. Small businesses, cafes, and artisan shops, woven closely into the fabric of the tourist experience, faced a grim reality. The loss of Swissair cut through the very core of a thriving economy, leaving behind uncertainty. Stakeholders within the industry began to reassess their strategies, searching for ways to mitigate the impacts of this decline. The hope for recovery lingered, yet the scars of Swissair's failure remained etched deeply in the collective memory of this region, a poignant reminder of the delicate interdependence between air travel and tourism. The legacy of Swissair's bankruptcy cast a long shadow over its brand, irrevocably altering public perception. Once synonymous with reliability and excellence in aviation, the name became a symbol of corporate mismanagement and financial despair. Trust, once deeply ingrained in consumer sentiment, eroded as stories of stranded passengers and unfulfilled itineraries surfaced, painting a stark picture of failure. This decline in reputation extended beyond the airline itself, affecting the broader Swiss travel industry. Competitors seized the opportunity to reposition themselves as the reliable alternative, capitalizing on the void left in Swissair's wake. The fallout rippled through related sectors, from airport operations to tourism services, creating a chilling atmosphere characterized by uncertainty. Employees, once proud representatives of a leading airline, faced disillusionment as they navigated the aftermath of a shattered dream. Many sought new beginnings elsewhere, their loyalty tested by the sudden unraveling of their professional lives. The fading company struggled to maintain its identity amidst the chaos, with its remaining assets overshadowed by the haunting memory of past glory. Efforts to revive the brand proved challenging, as the tarnished image lingered like a ghost. Rebuilding trust required not only time, but a fundamental shift in operations and customer engagement, a daunting task for an entity grappling with its own legacy. The consequences of mismanagement in this region served as a somber reminder of the critical importance of corporate governance and accountability. Instances of oversight revealed a fractured decision-making process, where the separation between management and the board obscured accountability. This disconnection manifested in a lack of transparency, leading to a culture where risk was often underestimated. Failures in oversight allowed financial strain to accumulate unnoticed. The remnants of this fading company underscore how essential it is for organizations to embrace a culture of responsibility. Lessons gleaned from this experience illustrate the necessity for clear communication pathways, where concerns can be raised without fear of retribution. Establishing a proactive approach to governance is crucial to avert similar declines in the future. This reflection emphasizes the imperative for leaders to foster an environment of integrity, one that prioritizes the long-term health of the organization over short-term gains. Ensuring that lessons learned are not merely recorded, but integrated into the fabric of corporate policy, is vital for future resilience. The reliance on technology in Swissair's operations was intended to enhance efficiency and service quality. Advanced systems for ticket booking and flight management were implemented in the early years, representing a commitment to modern aviation standards. It was believed that these innovations would streamline processes and provide a competitive edge. However, the integration of technology was inconsistent across departments, leading to fragmentation. Diverse systems created silos, complicating data sharing and operational coordination. While some employees embraced the advancements, others found themselves overwhelmed, struggling to adapt. This division fostered a culture of resistance rather than collaboration, undermining the potential benefits of technological progress. As financial pressures mounted, investment in cutting-edge technologies diminished. This stagnation left the airline reliant on outdated systems that could no longer support its growing operational demands. Maintenance of aging aircraft became increasingly challenging, with outdated diagnostics hampering timely repairs. The failure to modernize not only impacted performance but also tarnished the airline's reputation. Passengers experienced delays and cancellations, leading to dissatisfaction and a gradual erosion of loyalty. In a rapidly evolving industry, this lack of adaptability rendered Swissair vulnerable. The development of airport infrastructure played a significant role in Swissair's decline. Airports in this region expanded in capacity and modernized their facilities to accommodate growing passenger demands. As air travel became more accessible, competitors responded with innovative services and improved operational efficiencies. Swissair, however, was slow to adapt, unable to leverage advancements in airport technology and customer experience that emerged during the late 20th century. The growing emphasis on efficiency and customer satisfaction created an environment where agility was essential. Newly constructed terminals featured streamlined processes and enhanced amenities, catering to a modern traveler's expectations. In contrast, Swissair's reliance on its established routes and legacy operations placed it at a disadvantage, as these facilities increasingly highlighted its outdated practices. The airline's failure to capitalize on opportunities for collaboration with airport authorities further compounded its challenges. Other airlines forged partnerships that allowed for shared resources and mutual growth, fostering a competitive edge. The absence of proactive engagement left Swissair isolated, struggling against a backdrop of evolving passenger preferences and enhanced airport services that competitors readily embraced. This detachment from the very infrastructure that supported its operations exemplified a critical misalignment. The once iconic carrier became emblematic of an era that had passed, a fading silhouette against the backdrop of modern aviation. The evolution of customer service at Swissair serves as a reflection of shifting industry standards and consumer expectations. Initially, this airline set high benchmarks, priding itself on impeccable service and a commitment to quality that resonated deeply with travelers. Luxurious amenities, attentive staff, and gourmet meals characterized the experience, earning them a loyal customer base. This dedication to elevating passenger experience defined its stature in the aviation sector. As time progressed, competition intensified. Other carriers emerged, adopting similar models while innovating their own service offerings. This region witnessed a gradual shift in priorities. Convenience and efficiency began to overshadow the once celebrated opulence. Swissair struggled to adapt, caught between its heritage of exceptional service and the emerging demand for cost-effective solutions. Efforts to modernize were met with mixed results. While new technologies were integrated to enhance operations, the essence of personalized attention began to erode. Customer feedback highlighted a growing dissatisfaction. Passengers expressed concerns over diminishing quality, particularly in the areas of meal service and seat comfort. Loyalty programs and marketing campaigns attempted to retain clientele, yet these initiatives fell short of rekindling the airline's former glory. The fading company became a case study in the importance of aligning service with evolving consumer preferences, revealing the fragile balance between tradition and innovation. Trade unions played a significant role in the trajectory of the fading company, influencing operational decisions through collective bargaining and negotiations. These entities, while initially established to protect worker rights and secure fair compensation, increasingly became sources of tension. As the airline struggled to adapt to the changing aviation landscape, the rigidity of union demands often clashed with the need for flexibility. Negotiations were marked by escalating disputes over labor costs and job security, which strained relations between management and employees. This region, once celebrated for its efficiency and service, found itself in a cycle of unrest. The unions, advocating for the preservation of long-standing employment benefits, inadvertently hindered the company's ability to implement necessary restructuring. The impact of this discord manifested in diminished morale among staff, leading to a decline in productivity. Pilots, cabin crew, and ground staff, vital to operational success, faced increasing uncertainty about their futures, resulting in an exodus of talent. Workers sought opportunities with competitors, contributing to a further erosion of service quality. In this environment, the company became unable to respond adequately to external pressures, with the unions inadvertently solidifying a status quo that was increasingly unsustainable. The interplay between labor demands and management decisions. The impact of changing consumer preferences on Swissair proved to be a significant challenge. Shifts in passenger expectations began to reshape the airline industry, emphasizing the need for personalized service, competitive pricing, and innovative in-flight experiences. As these factors gained prominence, the fading company struggled to adapt. While competitors embraced modernity, Swissair clung to traditional values, offering a level of service that increasingly failed to resonate with a new generation of travelers. This region witnessed the emergence of low-cost carriers, which captured the attention and loyalty of budget-conscious consumers. They offered an alternative to the luxurious yet costly experiences that Swissair had built its reputation upon. The allure of affordability and flexibility led to a steady decline in the airline's market share. It became apparent that the once loyal clientele was gravitating towards more accessible options. In-flight amenities and digital engagement became paramount, yet Swissair's inability to swiftly innovate created a noticeable disconnect. The gap between consumer expectations and the airline's offerings widened. As loyalty programs and customer-focused strategies gained traction elsewhere, it became increasingly clear that Swissair was lagging behind. The failure to align with evolving consumer preferences marked a pivotal moment in its decline. The importance of crisis management in business cannot be understated, especially in the context of a once prestigious airline. The operational challenges faced by it were compounded by a lack of effective strategies to navigate unforeseen disruptions. As the financial strain intensified, responses remained reactive rather than proactive. This reactive approach contributed to a growing sense of instability among stakeholders, including employees, customers, and investors. In an industry characterized by fierce competition and fluctuating demands, the absence of a coherent crisis management framework can lead to catastrophic results. The fading company struggled to convey confidence during turbulent times, resulting in a significant erosion of brand loyalty. Stakeholders were left uncertain, leading to a decline in passenger numbers and further exacerbating financial losses. While many organizations have protocols in place to address crises, the effectiveness of these plans is often tested in real time. The inability to adapt and implement timely solutions can turn challenges into insurmountable obstacles. Lessons learned from this region's struggles highlight the critical need for a well-prepared contingency plan, one that anticipates potential risks and provides a solid foundation for recovery. In retrospect, the lack of strategic foresight and crisis management proficiency played a crucial role in the downfall of it, serving as a potent reminder of the delicate balance required for sustained success in any industry. The volatile nature of global economic trends significantly impacted the airline's operations, leading to an array of challenges that compounded its vulnerabilities. Fluctuations in fuel prices created an unpredictable cost structure, eroding profit margins and complicating financial forecasting. This instability forced it to navigate an increasingly competitive landscape, where rival airlines adapted swiftly to economic changes, often at its expense. Demand for air travel is inherently sensitive to economic shifts. During periods of recession, consumer confidence wanes, leading to decreased passenger numbers and reduced cargo shipments. This contraction in demand placed immense pressure on operational efficiency, with it struggling to maintain its extensive route network while scaling back services. The inability to react with agility to changing market conditions. International events, such as terrorist attacks and geopolitical tensions, further exacerbated the situation. These occurrences not only discouraged travel, but also necessitated considerable adjustments to safety protocols and regulatory compliance, straining resources. The cumulative effect of these global economic factors fostered an environment of uncertainty, contributing to a cycle of declining revenues and escalating costs. This confluence of external influences proved detrimental, illustrating how interconnected the airline industry is with worldwide economic dynamics. The eventual inability to adapt to these shifting tides sealed its fate. Financial statements from the years leading up to the bankruptcy reveal a complex picture of an airline struggling under the weight of operational inefficiencies and increasing competition. Revenue streams that once flowed robustly began to show signs of stagnation, with passenger numbers declining as rivals capitalized on low-cost models. Profit margins eroded steadily, indicating an inability to control rising costs, particularly in fuel and labor. The balance sheets reflected mounting liabilities, often outpacing assets. This disparity created a precarious financial structure, with increasing reliance on short-term borrowing to maintain operations. A detailed examination highlights the lack of liquidity, with current ratios falling below the industry standard. This region of financial distress was exacerbated by an ineffective restructuring plan, which failed to deliver the anticipated cost savings or operational improvements. In the income statement, net income figures displayed a troubling trend of losses. The continuous red ink underscored a disconnect between strategic goals and market realities. Shareholder equity diminished, reflecting growing discontent among investors. The overall fiscal health of the organization declined sharply, leading to a rapid deterioration of trust from both stakeholders and the general public. These elements, meticulously cataloged in the financial disclosures, illustrated a company adrift, unable to navigate the turbulent skies of a challenging aviation landscape. Global events exerted profound influence on airline strategies, often reshaping the very foundations upon which operations were built. In this particular case, the rise of geopolitical tensions and fluctuations in fuel prices significantly impacted financial planning and decision-making. The aftermath of the September 11th attacks led to a seismic shift in air travel, prompting a spike in security measures, which in turn increased operational costs. Responses to these challenges were frequently reactive rather than proactive, with management struggling to adapt swiftly. This region witnessed a dramatic decline in passenger confidence as travelers hesitated to book flights amidst fears of safety. Market competition grew fiercer, driven by low-cost carriers that emerged to capture the shrinking demand. While Swissair had historically prided itself on quality and service, the inability to pivot in the face of these external pressures became apparent. Strategies that once emphasized luxury and exclusivity were rendered obsolete, failing to resonate with a changing customer base that increasingly sought value. The downward spiral was exacerbated by global economic uncertainties, which curtailed corporate travel budgets and further diminished revenue streams. These circumstances unfolded within a broader context of industry consolidation, where alliances and mergers became vital for survival. The fading company now stood at a crossroads, grappling with a future that seemed increasingly bleak. The airline's legacy extended beyond mere transportation. It was intertwined with national identity and pride. Swissair represented the pinnacle of Swiss efficiency and reliability, becoming a symbol of excellence that resonated deeply within the collective consciousness of the nation. This connection fostered a sense of belonging among citizens, who viewed the airline as an extension of their own values and traditions. For decades, it played a crucial role in facilitating international connections, bridging Switzerland with the world. Its influence permeated various sectors, from tourism to commerce, shaping perceptions of Switzerland as a global hub. The airline's iconic branding and service excellence became synonymous with the Swiss ethos, creating a cultural narrative that celebrated precision and quality. As the airline's fortunes declined, a palpable sense of loss began to permeate the society. Nostalgia for a bygone era emerged, reflecting the significance of Swissair in the lives of many. The disconnect between its storied past and the immediate challenges faced by the company highlighted the fragility of cultural symbols in the face of economic realities. Communities once united by the pride of their national carrier now confronted an unsettling uncertainty as the fading company struggled to maintain its once illustrious position. The impact of this decline resonated far beyond the corporate realm, echoing through the fabric of Swiss society itself. Marketing strategies intended to elevate Swissair's brand image faltered significantly, failing to resonate with both loyal customers and potential new passengers. A series of campaigns, once viewed as innovative, did not translate into increased ticket sales or enhanced customer engagement. the promotional efforts lacked a clear understanding of the evolving preferences within the travel industry, resulting in advertisements that seemed out of touch with the desires of modern travelers. Dramatic imagery of scenic Swiss landscapes adorned glossy brochures, yet these visuals did not address the practical concerns of cost or convenience. Attempts to emphasize luxury and exclusivity were undermined by burgeoning low-cost carriers offering comparable services at significantly reduced prices. Consequently, this disconnect alienated price-sensitive consumers who once considered Swissair a preferred choice. Promotional initiatives often failed to highlight the airline's safety record and reliability, two key attributes that could have fortified its standing in a competitive market. Instead, fleeting taglines and generic slogans created an impression of superficiality, lacking depth or authenticity. As the airline struggled to maintain relevance, the marketing failures compounded a growing sense of disillusionment among its patrons. In a rapidly changing environment, the inability to adapt messaging resulted in a gradual erosion of trust and loyalty, further deepening the challenges faced by the fading company. Strategic partnerships play a pivotal role in the aviation industry, often providing necessary resources, shared expertise, and expanded networks. With the emergence of low-cost carriers and shifting consumer preferences, a lack of robust alliances left it vulnerable. The weakening company struggled to secure essential codeshare agreements that could have facilitated greater connectivity and access to new markets. As competitors formed alliances to enhance their service offerings, this entity remained isolated, unable to leverage the collective strength of global partnerships. Frequent flyer programs, which typically enhance customer loyalty, became less appealing without a broad array of destinations and services to offer. The absence of strategic collaborations limited its ability to attract new passengers, further compounding its difficulties. In this context, the failure to forge alliances with other airlines and service providers created a feedback loop of dwindling revenue and diminishing customer interest. Without collaborative frameworks, it found itself unable to innovate or respond effectively to market shifts. In the final analysis, the lack of strategic partnerships emerged as a significant determinant of decline. What once served as a national emblem now stood as a stark reminder of missed opportunities and the complexities inherent in navigating a fiercely competitive landscape. The repercussions of this collapse rippled through the aviation sector, affecting both established carriers and emerging airlines. Confidence in the market eroded as stakeholders witnessed the fallout from a once respected institution. Investors became increasingly wary, scrutinizing the financial health of airlines that appeared stable, yet shared the same vulnerabilities. This anxiety fostered a climate of uncertainty, stalling growth, and leading to a withdrawal of capital from many aviation ventures. Routes that were once bustling with traffic began to experience a decline in patronage. Competitors, initially emboldened by the opportunity to capture Swissair's former market share, soon faced their own challenges as the economic environment shifted. The absence of a national carrier left gaps in connectivity, particularly in regions reliant on air travel for commerce and tourism. Airlines were compelled to reevaluate their strategies, often opting for a cautious approach that prioritized sustainability over expansion. Cost-cutting measures became commonplace, resulting in reduced services and, in some cases, layoffs. The aviation sector learned hard lessons regarding risk management, corporate governance, and the importance of adaptability in an ever-evolving market. This period marked a significant turning point. Investigating the role of external consultants in Swissair's strategy reveals a complex interplay of influence and oversight. These experts were initially brought in to provide insights and frameworks aimed at revitalizing the airline's operations and financial health. Their recommendations often aligned with aggressive expansion plans, including extensive route additions and fleet modernization. This alignment, while well-intentioned, contributed to a miscalculation of market demands and operational capabilities. The influx of external expertise fostered an environment where critical decisions were often disconnected from the realities on the ground. These consultants, equipped with theoretical models and industry benchmarks, sometimes overlooked the unique challenges faced by the fading company. This led to a strategic path that emphasized growth over sustainability. As the years progressed, the reliance on external consultants became increasingly evident in board meetings and strategic sessions. Decision-makers favored insights from these advisors rather than cultivating internal expertise. This reliance diminished the organization's ability to respond nimbly to market shifts, as operational agility gave way to corporate inertia, cloaked in the guise of strategic planning. The findings of various assessments would later highlight this dependence as a pivotal factor in Swissair's decline, illustrating how external influences can shape, yet misguide, corporate trajectories. The transformation of the airline landscape in this region followed the demise of the national carrier, with profound implications for connectivity and competition. Emerging carriers began to fill the void left by Swissair, introducing diverse business models and operational strategies that prioritized flexibility and customer service. These new entities catered to a shifting consumer base, which sought not only cost efficiency, but also enhanced travel experiences. Legacy airlines faced increasing pressure from low-cost competitors, leading to a reevaluation of traditional practices. Routes were adjusted, and alliances formed, reflecting an industry eager to adapt in the wake of a historic failure. Market dynamics shifted swiftly, fueled by technological advancements and an influx of innovative approaches to aviation logistics. In the absence of Swissair, regional airports witnessed a surge in traffic as travelers sought alternatives, leading to an increase in regional airlines. This shift not only diversified travel options, but also prompted a reevaluation of regulatory frameworks as authorities worked to ensure a healthy, competitive environment. Legacy carriers gradually began adopting practices that were once the hallmark of low-cost airlines, embracing efficiency while maintaining service standards. The landscape that emerged was one characterized by resilience and adaptability, a stark reminder of the lessons learned from the decline of a once mighty airline. Operational efficiency became a pivotal concern as Swissair faced mounting challenges in the late 20th century. The airline, once synonymous with excellence, began to experience inefficiencies that undermined its viability. Decisions regarding fleet management and route optimization were increasingly scrutinized. The once cohesive network, which had thrived on strategic partnerships, began to fray under the weight of misaligned objectives and competitive pressures. Operational metrics deteriorated, revealing a troubling trend of rising costs coupled with diminishing revenues. Management struggled to adapt to changing market dynamics, leading to a miscalculation in capacity planning. This region, once bustling with activity, began to see aircraft grounded due to overcapacity and reduced demand. Flight schedules became inconsistent, frustrating loyal customers who had come to expect reliability. The workforce, once a source of pride, began to feel the strain of uncertainty. Layoffs and restructuring initiatives created an environment of unrest, further complicating efforts to maintain high service standards. Communication faltered, and a disconnect emerged between the executive level and frontline employees. In this atmosphere of unease, operational inefficiencies persisted. Resource allocation became haphazard, contributing to a cycle of decline that seemed inescapable. As financial losses mounted, the once revered airline found itself trapped in a paradox of its own making, a cautionary tale for the aviation industry. National pride played a pivotal role in shaping the identity and operations of the airline. Established in 1931, it became a symbol of Swiss excellence, embodying the precision and quality associated with the nation. This perception fostered a deep emotional connection between the airline and the Swiss populace, who viewed it as a representation of their values and ingenuity. Such sentiments often clouded judgment, leading to decisions motivated by national loyalty rather than sound business practices. The desire to maintain a flagship carrier, even in the face of escalating financial turmoil, rooted itself in a collective consciousness. Stakeholders resisted necessary changes, fearing that altering the course would tarnish the legacy built over decades. This emotional investment manifested in operational choices, where pride sometimes overshadowed pragmatism. Investments in luxurious services and premium offerings, while appealing to national aspirations, contributed to rising costs. The airline's commitment to maintaining an extensive international route network further strained resources, diverting focus from profitability. In time, reliance on this nationalistic ethos transformed into a double-edged sword. While it once inspired loyalty and support, the psychological impact of airline failures on consumers extends far beyond mere inconvenience. Trust, once meticulously built, begins to erode in the shadow of uncertainty. Passengers who once felt secure in the reliability of services now grapple with anxiety regarding future travel. Expectations shift dramatically. The anticipation of seamless journeys gives way to apprehension of cancellations and delays. This region, once celebrated for its connection to global destinations, finds itself marked by doubt. Frequent flyers, who once held steadfast loyalty to their national carrier, reconsider their choices. The emotional toll manifests in hesitance, as consumers are more inclined to seek alternatives, often gravitating towards airlines that promise stability. The fading company inadvertently contributes to a broader societal phenomenon. Conversations among travelers shift from excitement over new experiences to discussions laden with skepticism. Vivid recollections of past journeys become tinged with frustration over recent mishaps. This dynamic alters the landscape of consumer behavior, compelling individuals to prioritize airlines with proven reliability over sentimental attachments. Beneath the surface, the collective psyche of a nation also bears the weight of these failures. An airline that once embodied national pride becomes a symbol of disappointment. The reverberations of its decline are felt across various sectors, as economic implications intertwine with the emotional landscape shaped by such a profound loss. The establishment of Swissair marked a pivotal moment in aviation history, influencing the development of numerous regulations that would govern the industry. This airline set standards for safety, reliability, and passenger experience, becoming a blueprint for other carriers. Its commitment to excellence prompted regulatory bodies to adopt stringent measures that ensured the protection of passengers and crew alike. As it expanded, the organization became a key player in international aviation discussions, advocating for stricter safety protocols and the implementation of operational guidelines. The emphasis on rigorous training and maintenance procedures was directly linked to the airline's own practices, which were characterized by meticulous attention to detail. Such initiatives significantly elevated the standards across the global aviation landscape. The regulatory frameworks that emerged in the wake of Swissair's influence were comprehensive, addressing not only safety, but also environmental concerns. By pushing for policies that minimized emissions and promoted sustainable practices, it laid the groundwork for the modern approach to eco-friendly aviation. Despite its eventual decline, the impact of this airline remains embedded in the fabric of aviation regulations. The legacy of its contributions continues to inform contemporary practices, reminding the industry of the balance between innovation, safety, and responsibility. In this way, the echoes of Swissair's commitment to aviation endure, even as its operational existence fades into history. The competitive landscape of European airlines shifted significantly following the decline of Swissair. The vacuum left by its departure created opportunities for other carriers to expand their reach and influence in the market. Established airlines, such as Lufthansa and British Airways, began to strengthen their positions, implementing strategies that capitalized on Swissair's absence. These airlines increased their routes and improved service offerings, aiming to attract former Swissair customers. Low-cost carriers surged in popularity during this time, fundamentally altering travelers' expectations and behaviors. They introduced price-sensitive options that made air travel accessible to a broader demographic, challenging traditional carriers to rethink their business models. This region witnessed a rapid proliferation of budget airlines, focusing on efficiency and no-frills service, which further intensified competition. The regulatory changes in air travel also played a crucial role. Deregulation opened skies, allowing for greater market entry and competition among European airlines. New entrants emerged, reshaping the dynamics of air travel, while those left behind struggled to adapt to the evolving environment. The remnants of the once prestigious airline faded into the collective memory of aviation history, overshadowed by the swift adaptability of its competitors. In this new era, loyalty programs and customer experience became paramount, as airlines sought to differentiate themselves in an increasingly crowded marketplace. This shift represented a stark departure from Swissair's legacy, marking a turning point in European aviation. The decline of this once prestigious airline serves as an essential case study for current operators in the aviation industry. A lack of adaptability to changing market dynamics was evident as it struggled to compete with low-cost carriers and evolving consumer preferences. The rigid business model, heavily reliant on premium service, failed to accommodate the growing demand for economical travel options. Decision-making processes became mired in bureaucracy, leading to slow responses in a rapidly shifting environment. This inertia allowed competitors to capture market share and innovate at a pace Swissair could not match. The consequences of neglecting financial prudence also become clear. Overexpansion and an inability to manage costs contributed significantly to its downfall. Leadership decisions, often characterized by a disconnection from operational realities, culminated in a failure to recognize early warning signs. Maintaining a strong brand identity without aligning it with market expectations proved detrimental as consumer loyalty waned. Lessons extracted from this decline emphasize the importance of flexibility, fiscal responsibility, and an acute awareness of market trends. Current airlines must embrace innovation, catering to diverse passenger needs while remaining agile in the face of economic fluctuations. The legacy of Swissair serves as a poignant reminder that even the most storied institutions are not immune to the unforgiving nature of the aviation landscape. The pandemic drastically altered the aviation landscape, leaving a profound impact on the legacy of airlines like Swissair. These once mighty carriers now faced unprecedented challenges, as travel restrictions and health concerns rendered their operations nearly obsolete. The expansion of Swissair's global network, previously a hallmark of its success, quickly became a liability, with routes grounded and fleets idle. With borders closed and demand plummeting, the financial strain became undeniable. Operational costs, including maintenance and employee salaries, continued to accrue while revenues dwindled. This situation laid bare the vulnerabilities that even established airlines had overlooked during periods of growth. The once considered invulnerability of legacy carriers was now exposed, as they struggled to adapt to an environment of uncertainty. In this region, former hubs of activity fell silent, replaced by an eerie stillness. Employees faced layoffs, and the workforce that had dedicated their lives to the industry found themselves in an unrecognizable landscape. Loyal customers, who had once viewed air travel as a reliable choice, now reevaluated their options amid a backdrop of health risks and shifting priorities. The impact of this global crisis rippled across the industry, reshaping perceptions and expectations. Airlines that once thrived on stability now confronted their fragility, revealing the stark reality that even the most revered entities could falter under extraordinary circumstances. The future of national airlines in a globalized economy reflects an intricate web of challenges and opportunities. Competition has intensified, often driven by low-cost carriers that disrupt traditional pricing structures. These entities operate with leaner models, prioritizing efficiency over the legacy of national pride. This shift has compelled many national airlines to reassess their strategies, seeking innovative ways to maintain relevance in a rapidly changing landscape. The demands of global travelers have evolved as well. Travelers now prioritize convenience, affordability, and flexibility, leading to an increased preference for digital solutions and seamless booking experiences. Traditional carriers, burdened by legacies of service and operational complexities, often struggle to adapt swiftly to these changing preferences. In response, some have initiated restructuring efforts, focusing on fleet modernization and enhanced customer engagement. Regulatory pressures continue to play a significant role in shaping the future of these airlines. Governments are often tasked with balancing national interests and market realities, which can lead to inconsistent support. The reliance on subsidies or bailouts may not always be sustainable, leaving these carriers vulnerable to market fluctuations. Technological advancements also present both challenges and avenues for growth. Automation and artificial intelligence are redefining operational efficiencies, while sustainability initiatives are becoming increasingly paramount. In this intricate environment, the survival of national airlines hinges on their ability to navigate complexities while delivering value in an interconnected world. The implications of corporate failures within aviation extend beyond mere fiscal loss, touching upon the ethical responsibilities that companies hold towards their employees, passengers, and the broader community. Trust is a fragile element in this industry, one that fuels customer loyalty and shapes perceptions. When a prominent airline falters, the consequences ripple outward, affecting thousands of lives. Employees are left grappling with uncertainty, their livelihoods disrupted as they watch their once revered institution falter. In the case of Swissair, the collapse prompted discussions about accountability and transparency. Stakeholders questioned the decisions made by leadership, examining whether their actions prioritized short-term gains over long-term sustainability. This scrutiny often reveals a disconnect between corporate ambitions and ethical stewardship, raising the question of what responsibilities companies have to their communities and the environment. The fallout from such failures can lead to increased regulatory oversight as governments step in to protect public interests. It compels the industry to reevaluate existing practices, fostering a culture of responsibility and resilience. Moreover, the ethical considerations surrounding corporate governance and operational integrity become paramount. In a world where the lives of many depend on the reliability of these services, the need for ethical frameworks guiding decision-making grows more pressing, underscoring the delicate balance between profit and principle in aviation. Historical narratives shape the perception of Swissair, highlighting both its achievements and eventual decline. Established in 1931, it became a symbol of national pride, embodying the values of reliability and quality. This legacy created an expectation among travelers, fostering loyalty that would be difficult to maintain when challenges arose. Amidst the fierce competition of the late 20th century, Swissair's ambitious expansion plans led to overextension. The acquisition of other airlines, motivated by a desire to capture market share, created a complex operational framework that strained resources. These decisions, once hailed as visionary, began to reveal vulnerabilities. In this context, the narrative shifts from admiration to scrutiny. The financial crisis of 2001 marked a turning point as mismanagement and external pressures converged. Debts accumulated and confidence eroded. The airline's once glorious reputation faltered, leading to a loss of customer trust. This decline transformed the narrative from triumph to tragedy, illustrating the fragility of corporate success. The eventual bankruptcy in 2002 serves as a somber reminder of the consequences of neglecting foundational values. This sequence of events illustrates how historical narratives influence public perception, shaping the legacy of Swissair as a cautionary tale in aviation history, emphasizing the importance of sustainable growth and ethical decision-making. In the aftermath of its decline, Swissair stands as an emblem of what can transpire when ambition outstrips prudence. The once mighty airline, celebrated for its premium service and operational excellence. Operational miscalculations further compounded the crisis, as the organization wrestled with rising costs and fluctuating market demands. These pressures manifested in a series of ill-conceived investments, leaving the airline vulnerable. It became apparent that the very attributes that had defined Swissair's identity were now contributing to its unraveling. As its reputation waned, public confidence eroded. The loyalty built over decades dissolved amid uncertainty, marking a stark contrast to the airline's storied past. The eventual grounding of its fleet echoes through the corridors of aviation, serving as a reminder of the delicate balance between growth and sustainability. This case study of Swissair highlights the profound lessons embedded within corporate strategy, urging future enterprises to prioritize ethical practices and long-term viability over short-term gains. It remains a significant reference point for those navigating the complexities of the business landscape.